Monkey on the beat.
What's up, everybody? It's your girl MD here with More Than Life podcast. Get up. Woo,
Oh, you want me to eat what was it?
Can I get up?
Whoa, goddamn.
And we're back. All right. So it's your girl Anna D here with another episode of More Than Life podcast. I have none other than the Roberto. But y'all might know him as something else. I'm going to introduce him.
Oh my god. Yo, this your boy Roberto, man. Better known as Crown. You know what I'm saying? Top of the crown on Instagram. You know?
Yeah, celebrity barber. Big dog barber. I taught him all the skills he knows. Go and tell the people.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you know people be lying when they hit you with the
Yeah.
So y'all know how I get down. I like to jump straight into it, get down to the nitty gritty. And this podcast name, you wanna know what the podcast name is?
What is that?
This podcast name is called Adjust and Arise.
Adjust and Arise.
Adjust and Arise.
Okay.
Don't that sound pathetic?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're just gonna get right into it. First of all, let the people know who you are and what you do.
All right, my name is Roberto. Hold on, let me start that over. God damn. All right, man. My name is Roberto Palmer. You know what I'm saying? I'm from Columbia, South Carolina. I'm a master barber. And yeah. What else you want to know?
He also work out.
Oh, you want to know all the extra?
Yeah, let people know.
Yeah. So, you know, I'm into the fitness.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I do.
Mm-hmm.
This is actually my sister-in-law. So, married to her sister.
He married.
Yeah.
He married.
Yeah.
I
So,
got your back, Betty.
but, yeah, man, I do social media, stuff
Mhm.
like that. And that's about it.
All the like changes and content stuff, and I'm a content guru, but so is he. When y'all see those good changes and adjustments, he might have taught me something, like a little one or two. Okay, so we're gonna get straight into it. You ready? I ain't give him no prep talk. I ain't give him no nothing. He kind of coming in straight out the gate.
Yeah.
He used to be a gangster.
Mm.
Okay, so my first question for you. He can't see my question. Okay, so talk to us about the old Roberto first. Like, who was the old Roberto? Let us know because the people just like they follow you on social media. They see you. I mean, you have no issue you don't hide
Mm-hmm.
anything that you've been through, anything like that. But sometimes pictures still don't even do justice for real. I done know this man for how long now? About how old is me? 5, y'all was in 2 years, whatever, almost 10 years, and it's still a new story every time we get out the top. So,
Yeah. So, what you want to start it at? Wait.
oh, Roberto,
When I
what was
was-
his mannerism? What was his characteristics? What did you do, like, to make money, to survive, to live? Like, who was old Roberto?
All right, we're gonna go back to like the old me was just in the streets, just regular hood nigga, for real. But yeah, I grew up in Columbia, South Carolina. We moved around a lot,
Mm-hmm.
and so I mean, ain't nothing spectacular. It just nigga grew up in a little struggle. You feel me? So I kind of became a product of my environment,
Okay.
and yeah, I'm a new man now.
You're a new man. Okay, so as a product of your environment, how did you have to deal with issues and confrontation and get to the money? Like, how did that go for you? Because, you know, I'm from the South Side, but we really grew up in the suburbs, real. So
Yeah.
we didn't have much confrontation, but at the same time,
Uh-huh.
like, we were around here fighting for our life.
Yeah.
Every day.
I mean, I made certain choices that I had to live with. You know what I'm saying? I started gang banging when I was like 11.
Dang, I
Got
heard of
influenced, got influenced with the streets and started, you know, selling drugs and stuff like that.
Mhm.
And yeah, we was fighting for fun, so it was a part of how we grew up.
Fighting for fun.
Yeah, just being kids,
Gangsta.
being
That's
being
not
bad.
being
You know what I'm
kid. Yeah,
saying?
that's- well, you know that is.
You know, just childish
Yeah.
type vibe, but yeah, we just grew up doing what we see.
So do you know why you did those things? Like, why did you fight, or why did you feel like? Because I know one thing just from conversing with you sometimes, and he's a wealth of knowledge, y'all. He just been through a lot, so he really got a lot of knowledge on a lot of stuff. How did you know, like, in certain situations, like, okay, I could handle it like this, but no, I'm gonna handle it like this. Like, how was your decision?
When you grow up in the areas I grew up in, you either gonna be the predator or prey. So it's like you either gonna be with it or you not. And if you're not, you're gonna get bullied, you're gonna get pressure, you know what I'm saying? It's just stuff like that. So I wasn't about to be no prey.
Right.
I mean, yeah, so it was like it just came to you like that.
So was having like civilized conversations with confrontation not the norm?
Nah, because if that the case, then you, no.
Then they call you, I'm trying not to use.
Yeah, I don't want to use the word I want to use. That's why I'm trying to be mindful of what I say.
They
call
y'all female genital
yeah,
parts.
like you soft.
You soft. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? You soft basically. So you gotta stand up for yourself for real.
So how was like single Berto back then?
What you mean single Berto?
What was single Berto like? Like you married now, so
okay.
What was life like as a single man in the hood, and then when you started to get some real money in your pocket?
Reckless. Didn't care about nobody else feeling. Just move how I wanted to move.
Why?
What you mean why?
Why? Because in a man's mind, when a woman's single, I mean, we don't not do that, right? Mm-hmm. But I don't feel that we're as selfish in our mind. Like we still might move how we want to move, but we don't be as like y'all are boldly selfish. Y'all like, I don't care. Like y'all don't care about nobody's feelings but yours, and you don't think twice about it. Why?
I mean, I ain't gonna say that, but y'all nurturers, so it's kind of in y'all DNA to really be caring.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? For us, we kind of warriors. You know what I'm saying? So we like hunt for everything we do.
Right.
So when we start talking about women, it's like it's the hunt for us. You know, it's like a lion praying over his food type situation.
So did you ever feel
like? Sad to say, I'm not trying to make y'all women seem like y'all.
Right. Disclaimer: I don't come for my boy.
You know what I'm saying?
You don't need the lady community coming for my boy.
I'm just saying it's a challenge for us. It's not a challenge for women to get men. It's more of a challenge for men to get women.
You think so?
100%.
Well, I feel like maybe in a sexual sense, there's probably more of a challenge, but relationship sense, it's more of a challenge for a woman.
It's more for a challenge. So in relationship, it's a challenge in general. It's just relationship. So both of y'all got to do what it takes to keep each other.
Okay, yeah.
But it's a challenge for a man to get a woman because we have to do the approaching. We have to be a certain way. We got to develop ourselves a certain way in order to attract a certain kind of women.
Okay.
So for women, it's easier for y'all because y'all can just look good, look beautiful, take care, just do your thing, and men
for the immediate approach, right?
Yeah. So, it's that hunt. You know what I'm saying? So we know that it's a challenge for us, and we like challenges.
So do you feel like in this world, women should approach men more to take some of the pressure off y'all back?
No, it ain't no pressure. It ain't no pressure.
I'm more smart, y'all. I'm telling you, some of y'all understand.
No, it ain't no pressure. It's just be more available. See, I talk about this a lot where I remember back in the days when men was moving around and hollering at all these females and women called thirsty, being you thirsty, this, you that. You know what I'm saying? I guess men get to a point where it's like, oh, I ain't about to be thirsty. So they like, nah, I ain't applying pressure like that. You know what I'm saying? She wanna ride with me, she gonna ride with me. And I mean, it's sad to say, but
I mean, it is the truth.
Y'all women kind of put yourselves in this.
Right now, wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
I mean, at times, I think it depends on the aggression of the approach, right? So, like, it's not like, if it's a man who kind of pulling up on something, oh, hey, how you doing? Take y'all. I get to know y'all. Then, we're not going to call them thirsty. But if I just saw you talk to this girl at the bar, then that girl, then you come to me like, I'm your husband. What's up? You going to have my baby?
I mean, yeah, of course it's the approach or whatever. But women can't blame somebody for, shooting a shot.
I mean, yeah, that's true. Because we can politely decline. One thing,
You know what I'm
ladies,
saying?
y'all don't have to be rude if somebody you're not
Yeah, so if a man, so at the end of the day, if a man, shoot a shot at a girl and she, I'm straight, we supposed to sit around and don't talk to no other girl because this one just turned him down? No, he gonna try the next girl that he see that is attractive or something that might be his type.
So do you feel like in our minds, you know how women be, we be like, you was just trying to talk to her, I'm trying to talk to me. Do you feel like that's something that might block us from certain things? Because it's not like
1,000%. It'll block you out from your real blessing because there's some good men out there that really want commitment and want companionship, but if you're not willing to give them a chance, then
that's not hard. And what I can say, I used to have that mindset. Like if I used to see somebody literally, not that he knew I was watching, but that I seen it, that's like, but just talking to Shorty over here, now you come at me. You know what I'm saying? But I had to realize that sometimes it might be that he just didn't see me. It might have been a reason for him not to have gone anywhere with her and come have a conversation.
I mean, 100%.
You know what I'm saying? So I get it, but it still be kind of like some up and downs to it. Okay, so back to like things you used to do with like making money, your lifestyle, women. Did your like once you decided to go, okay, I need to level up, right? When it came to your mental, emotional, physical, did your friends have to change? Did your surroundings have to change? Like, what was your adjustment from Roberto in South Carolina and then being here in Atlanta?
Oh, a lot of things changed. My whole life changed for real. I lost a lot of friends on the way too.
Right.
I mean, it's unfortunate, but it's kind of like when you change. I ain't gonna say people change. I'm gonna just say people stay the same a little bit. They expect you to be a certain way.
Yeah.
And so for me, when I decided I wanted to change my life around, I got into the barbershop. The barbershop really saved my life because it allowed me to see men from a different perspective.
Right.
Because most men that I've been around, criminals or in the streets or just did the basic things in life. Either go to work, go home, simple basic shit. That don't attract my attention. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But when I got in the barbershop, that's when I started seeing that there were men out here really getting to it on a legitimate side, and ain't had to worry about the police and niggas trying to, things of that sort.
Right.
So once I decided I wanted to change my mindset, I was like, I'm gonna just stay at the barbershop.
Okay.
And then it was hard though.
Right, just working for somebody.
Not even working for somebody. It was the hardest thing for me to change.
From trap living, getting quick money to actually working.
Just from being a nigga to a man.
Oh, that's a good one. See, y'all hear that? That's gonna be a short clip. Because they be thinking that that's one and the same, and it's not.
No.
Please briefly describe the difference. Please describe the difference.
I mean, a nigga not really committed to a full responsibility. You know what I'm saying? And that's in a real way. When I was in the streets, I was a nigga because I wasn't responsible for nothing but me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I didn't move for other people's lives. I moved for my own. And the way my thought process, right? I smoked weed all day, every day. I drank every damn day.
I can relate.
You know what I'm saying? And we was on all types of pills, drugs, all types of things. And we live a life of a carefree life.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And living that carefree life, it was fun. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I be saying the same thing. Not that I would go back to the life that was in
it was fun.
It was fun.
Man.
Like it was really good.
Anybody that say that it wasn't fun or they don't miss the life is a lie.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because, like, especially for me, I lived at my own rules. So even in school, that's why I couldn't do good in school because I lived on my own rules. I did what I wanted to do.
So treacherous.
I mean, it is what it is. Like I just didn't. I wasn't good with authority, so I enjoyed it.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying?
How was it with your mama?
My boy. I took my mama through hell, man. I ain't gonna lie.
You did it?
Yeah, I took my mama through hell, man. I did. I definitely did.
That's okay, because now as you get
She good though.
yeah,
She see what I got going
now
on.
she,
But yeah, I
now
gave
she
her
said
head.
it was at least worth it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so as far as like your location change, how did that play an effect in your mindset and in like you growing?
When I came to Atlanta, everything changed. Period. My whole mindset changed. When I came to Atlanta, I started seeing rich people, rich black people.
And you was by yourself. You moved out here by yourself.
Yeah,
right?
I moved out. Yep, I moved out here when I was 23 years old.
You like 45 now, y'all.
That's funny. But yeah, I came out here when I was 23, and yeah, it was a big difference. You know what I'm saying? First of all, I was a city vibes. If anybody know about South Carolina, it's country. It's small. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like my little city. It take about 15, 20 minutes to get through my whole city alone.
That's crazy. It takes me 15 minutes to get to my mama.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So it's already a bigger vibe, bigger energy. You know what I'm saying? And I wanted more for myself. And I knew in the midst of me changing in my city, it was like I felt like I couldn't get but so far.
Right.
Like it was like I was there, I was doing good, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't really in the streets like that no more. Not like fully. But there's always that burden on your back though.
Right.
Because people are always there to bring you back.
Because they right there.
They right there. Any issues going around, you know,
they right there. Yeah, you right there.
You know what I'm saying? And then it's like it's like it's easy to fall in that trap. It's like, damn, bro, I miss doing my thing. Like, yeah, I've been making money in the barbershop, but they ain't nowhere near the type of money I'm used to making.
Right.
Being in the streets.
When you was there, right.
You know what I'm saying? So it was just like a hard hit. And it was like a hard hit for me. I had to really like fall off to rebuild.
Right.
And that was the hardest thing for me to do. Like to really give up selling drugs. Because I was selling crack. And crack booming. So like,
yeah, you was doing that back in like the 90s, right?
If you know, maybe because of you, I don't know, because of these podcasts with the Christian, man. Come on, now. Nah, man, but yeah, that it was at the time, and it's so funny, man. God works in crazy ways. But
yeah,
it was like the time that I stopped selling dope.
It
was like it had to happen that way because the area I was in was getting like it was becoming a drought.
Right.
Like police was busting down, taking everybody down, basically.
That's crazy though.
Yeah. So it was like we had this spot called The Hole that got shut down. That was like a $1 million spot. I ain't gonna lie. That got shut down.
Was it just crack, or was it like
crack, weed, heroin, pills?
I don't even think
whatever.
I think I've seen the powder is crack or cocaine. Is it the same thing?
No.
Yeah. See, I
crack is cocaine is crack is rocked up cocaine.
Okay, so whichever it was, I think it was only one time I was in a club and the guy had a car. He told me, "You want to hit?" I said, I almost lost my mind because I ain't ever seen that in person. I've seen it in as many movies as possible, but in person, I'm like,
yeah, that ain't no coke.
Ooh. Well, Brady, he was ready to get crazy.
Oh man, that's a rich man drug.
Yeah, I hear that a lot.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's obviously
a lot of celebrities get on coke.
Okay, that's why the Lord took me out the entertainment industry. And he put me around it. So I'm glad you hit on God. So you grew up in a church.
Oh yeah.
Your mama was
My
a
mama
church
was a
lady.
church woman.
That's a church lady.
She's I'm talking about Sunday, Wednesday, Friday.
Revivals,
we talking about it all week. Hey, I used to slide on the boy and you like, come on to church, nigga, I'm high, nigga.
I ain't going.
I'm gone, boy. Like my partner house. Where you at? She called my phone. Where you at? I'm the
at least you know he was lying, Mom.
Hey, I swear.
Okay, so how did your faith change from reckless dope boy to like where you are now? How did your faith change, and when did you start seeing like, okay, God, you really be showing me stuff. You really real. You really out here.
Man, first of all, I always knew God was real.
Right.
And my mama always made sure God was in my life. You know what I'm saying? It just, certain things happened in my life where it was like, I just want to do something different. Because like my stepfather got locked up when I was 14. He caught 20 years. And when he caught 20, yeah, he was
like
always
Kevin Hart.
yeah, yeah. So he was always back and forth out of jail, in and out of jail or whatever. My mom.
So even your like, I guess what would they call that? Your role model in a sense wasn't something that was as influential. It was a good influence.
Heck no, bro. Like I said, my mama, she went with none of that. But my environment was with all of that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it was just like, it was like, yeah, Ma, I hear you, but yo, like, it's a lot going on in the streets. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot going on outside, and I'm an outside kid. You know what I'm saying? So while I'm outside, and my mom used to work, so I get home from school, and she's still at work. I'm outside all day.
That's crazy.
That's what it is.
My boy was on that.
I'm outside, bro. So, like I said, but she always made sure that I knew God, and certain things happen in the streets where it was like, so I always had discernment, strong discernment. You know what I'm saying? So I always seen things for what it is. Like, I wasn't slow to what was going on. Right. So, like, I used to see all type of stuff. I used to see people trade each other in such a way. I'm like, bro, that's crazy. Like, I used to have homeboys. That, you know, sold drugs, and they used to take everybody to the club and pay for everybody to get in.
That's something that you're looking at, like, oh.
Yeah, I'm like, that's cool, but I was the type of nigga like, I get my own thing. You ain't about to pay for me to go to no club, bro. That ain't me.
Cause then they hold you to something.
Right. It ain't even that though. It's just that I'm a man. Like, I'm gonna have my own bag.
Right.
But I done seen them come home and be like, man, bro, I was so drunk. Somebody done took all my money. Done went in my pockets. You know what I'm saying? And it's just be like, dang. Like, you was with these boys, and you know what I'm saying? Like, so I done seen homeboys steal from homeboys. I done seen, you know, all type of betrayal. You know what I'm saying? I've been seeing it. So I never was oblivious to like what was going on in that aspect.
Right.
And then once I got to a certain place in my life, cats started going to jail for big stuff. So we used to go to jail for petty stuff.
Right.
But when I started seeing homeboys going to jail, big crimes, like murder and like getting caught with bus loads of drugs, it started hitting different for me. Because it was like,
it's hitting a little close to home.
Yeah, because we was young, so like, you know, we gonna do our little juvie, you know, come home, whatever, that's nothing. But like, when I seen like my one of my homeboys caught 45 years for trying to rob a white boy, killed him. So when he caught 45, it felt crazy, like 45. That's crazy.
So clearly, guys, I'm not used to conversations like that.
Yeah. So when I never forget when he came to the hood and everybody thought he was, you know, I was like, yo, man, he killed that nigga. Da. When I seen him, bro, I seen it on him. I just seen it on him. I could tell, like, he wasn't sleeping at all. He looked bad. This nigga was go get him, get money type of thing.
Yeah.
So he wasn't no type of dude that wasn't gonna be fresh with his haircut, you know what I'm saying? Fresh, all that. When I seen him, he was just looking bad, so I just knew that he was stressed out about what had happened.
What he did.
Exactly. So he caught 45 years.
I mean, he's still in there, huh?
Oh yeah, he's still in there. And then some other cats that I knew that I used to run with, they got locked up, murder again, right? And some of them caught 50 years, some of them caught 20 years. They cooperated. Some of them caught 30. You know, it's a little group of them. You feel me? And so, so many things, like I say, so many things was going on, and I knew that I was living the same life they was living. Yeah, I was towing that pistol just like they towing that pistol.
Right.
I'm buzzing that pistol just like they buzzing the pistol. You feel me? I'm gangbanging just like they gangbanging. So I already knew in my head, it's like, eventually I'm gonna go. It's just a matter of how long I'm gonna be.
You know
what I'm saying?
You gonna go.
I knew I was gonna go. It was just a matter of how long
you'll be.
Exactly. So it was just like, for me, it was like, do I want that my future? You feel me?
God had to be covering you. If all your homeboys around you was getting locked up.
Oh man, you know how many times I got. I done been to jail a couple times. You feel me? Like, I was facing 9 years in prison. To be real. You know what I mean? But we fought that. We beat it. But I just knew, like, it's so easy to catch a murder charge.
Yeah.
Especially living that life, because you
already got a record. They already know how you move. They already know who your friends are. So they easily be they have so much to put under your belt to try and paint you as somebody. Even if you didn't do it, they have a lot to paint you as.
Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah. It was just a lot going on. So I started seeing a lot of that going on, and it was So when I was fighting my case, I was still in high school. I was fighting my case, and this lady came to me. She a teacher. She came to me and asked me, because at this point I'm chilling out. Like, we done had a riot in school and everything. I ain't even get involved.
Yeah.
And it was like, you ain't, I'm like, they try to blame me, say I hit somebody. I ain't hit nobody, but I got court the next morning. Like, I had court the next day. They had a riot. They had a riot, and I had a court the next day. So I was like, bro, I ain't doing nothing. Like, you know what I'm saying? So they tried to blame me, but like, nah, I ain't do nothing. But so after that situation happened, this lady came to me and she was like, I see you ain't getting in no trouble. I said, man, I'm chilling.
Finally.
I'm chilling. I'm just trying to get through this little situation I got going on so I can move on with my life. Because I wasn't graduating. I was out of the question.
Right.
But I had to be in school because it looked good for my court case.
Right.
And at this time, I'm 17. And she sat me down, honestly, and she came to me and asked me, like, what I plan on doing in my life. That's the first time somebody ever asked me that, and that's the first time I ever had to sit down and really think about it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And when I was like 16, I had cut somebody up before. And
what?
So, yeah, when I was 16, I had cut somebody hair just on some random stuff. He came to me and was like, bro, you can cut my hair.
Oh, I thought you said cut somebody.
No, not cut nobody. I was like, kill nobody. You talking about cut somebody hair.
Why you don't incriminate yourself?
Yeah, nah. But yeah, I had
I don't have time to go to court and get the people.
Right.
No,
mm-hmm. So, yeah, when I was 16, I cut my hair. So I said, that might be something I could look into.
Right.
So she sat me down, told me everything I needed to do once I left high school. And it stuck with me. It was like, you know what I'm saying? She put step by step on what I can do to actually achieve the goal that I was trying to achieve, that I brought to her attention, and so it stuck with me. But I didn't do it right away.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because I was still in and out doing what I'm doing.
But she planted the seed.
That seed, and it worked for me. So once I got through all that, that's when things started changing. Because it's a lot of situations where I could have been in prison or getting locked up. Even when I was when they put me on probation, I got caught up with like 2 ounces of marijuana. Well, no, I didn't get caught up. Let me not say I got caught up. I had 2 ounces of marijuana on me, and they didn't find my 2 ounces of marijuana. You know what I'm saying? It's so crazy. I'm telling you, that's God, bro, because it's so crazy. Quick story. I was at this old man named Wheelchair. I was at his house.
His name was what?
Named Wheelchair. Crackhead, of course, but he in a wheelchair. So we call him Wheelchair. You feel me? Yeah. So I'm at Wheelchair House. We at Wheelchair House. I'm bagging up my weed. So back then, we still had the baggies. You know what I'm saying? Niggas ain't doing no baggies. And I was like, no, hold on. Niggas ain't doing baggies, but we used to have the baggies. And so I used to have an ounce of, I had like an ounce of mid, high grade dro. And then I had an ounce like some loud.
Right.
Lemon lime cookie. I still remember now, you know what I'm saying? So I'm in there, and I had a big scale. And so I'm in there, scaling up my weed or whatever like that. So Wheelchair, police be circling our neighborhood.
You said it's a crackhead with half?
He had an apartment.
Well, he ain't never had a crackhead nowadays.
Crackheads homeless. It's some homeless crackheads.
Okay, he was
crackheads that had some houses.
He was a home full crackhead.
Exactly.
All right.
And then you got some. Okay, so you got smokers, and then you got people just smokers. So we call smokers people that got shit.
Right. So he smoked.
They functional crackheads.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
But they still need.
Yeah. So just said that police was riding around the neighborhood. Wheelchair said, man, them police riding, man. They just came in here and busted in this joint a couple days ago.
In his crib.
Right. So I said, what?
Why you ain't tell me that before?
Why you got me up? I said, man, why you ain't saying nothing before I started? I said, oh no. But see, this is when I knew I was off my pivot.
Because usually you probably would already.
I would have knew that if I was in the project.
Right.
I wasn't in the project.
Right.
At the time, I was in the barbershop all the time, so I don't know what's going on.
You ain't really get with the streets.
Right. So I'm just like, man, all right. So I done packed up my stuff. Like I said, 2 ounces, that's like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? So, I got all this bagged up. I put them in a big old Ziploc bag, and then I rolled it up, and I had like overalls on. So I put it in my pants, my overalls. I had a big old scale, and I had a patch on my chest, like a little pocket on my chest. I put that in there. So I just saw my homeboy Graham Allowed, $20.
A gram for $20.
Ain't 7 grams for $20 no more.
No.
Yeah, it's not, yeah. So, yeah, so we was walking to the next neighborhood. Police whipped up on the phone.
You said you still got all the stuff on you.
I got all the stuff on me now.
So
Police whipped
car,
up on me. It's
you.
on me. We walking. Put up on me. Got out the car. He was like, "Where y'all going?" We was like, "We get to somebody's house." He was like, "Well, yeah, y'all live out here." At the time, I wasn't living in the project. I was living somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, "Yeah, we live out here." And he was like,
"You don't lie."
All right, where your IDs at? Where da da? All right, well, give me your names. I can check y'all so y'all can get on through. So,
they didn't know what y'all just walking the street.
Oh yeah, project. You gotta check everybody. So, seemed like he had something out for me. I don't know because I'm black. My homeboy light skin. He probably looking like, oh, I'm the one that probably got something.
It be the most reckless. So, what a life.
So he got our names, whatever. Then he came straight to me like wanting to search me. But at this time, bro, honestly, I wasn't even nervous or nothing because I'm just like, bro, I always had that mindset like it is what it is.
Now, yeah,
it is what it is. You call me, you just call me, bro. It is what it is. I ain't got time to be whatever. You feel me?
Right.
He searched me down for like 5 minutes, and he ain't find nothing. He unzipped my overalls, everything. He ain't found nothing. So then he was like, "Don't come back out here no more. I don't see y'all." I said, "Bro, you ain't got to worry about seeing me." Went to my homeboy, called the grandma. You know what I'm saying? So he grabbed my homeboy,
He locked him up for the gram?
He ain't locked him up, though. He had him walk into the car, took his weed, let him go. And he told my homeboy, he said, "I know your homeboy got something on you. I ain't find it, but I know he got something on you." I said, "Well, that police need to be fired."
Yeah, because
how the hell you ain't find this, boy? But at my mind, I'm like, bro, I got to tighten up because I already had my signs of situations I need to change, and I was already in the midst of changing. I just had I had one foot in, one foot out.
Yeah, you was straddling the fence.
You can't one thing about it. OG told me this. You can't be one foot in, one foot out.
Because then you throw you off your pivot for real.
Get killed that way. You either gonna be 100% in the streets or not. You know what I'm saying? So at that time when he let me go and I seen my homeboy, he told me what he said. Honestly, I took that whole bag and I gave it to him.
And you were just done.
I ain't sold none of that. I gave it straight to him. Say, "Bro, I'm done, bro. Like that's my kid."
That was it.
That was it.
Because all that he found, he would have had to lock you up.
I was on probation at the time. So being on probation, it don't matter
if you had a gram.
What you had, nigga. If you get caught, you going to jail. And you're going to do the sentence that you got on probation for, plus the extra time that you're going to get for whatever you had.
For violating probation.
Yeah. So, yeah. That was one of the few things that made me decide to be that. Then on top of that, man, nigga wasn't making no money like that no more. You feel me? Crack game was over, you feel me, in my neighborhood. Niggas wasn't booming like that no more.
So it was just like this.
Like, man, what I'm doing?
What am I even doing? And why? What
am I doing? Like, you know what I'm saying? It had its time. It had its run. It had its run when it had its run. Real.
But you realized when it was over.
When it was over, it was like, yo, I got to figure something out.
It was time to put the ball down. I mean,
I'm getting older.
Put the ball down.
I'm getting on God.
Put the ball down.
Done, dude. You out here selling nicks and dime sacks, whatever. Better give it up.
Give it up.
Real. You're done, bro.
Dang, okay. So now we're going, okay, so yeah, we're going to pivot a little bit, right?
All right, that's good.
So now what is, like either from experience or from conversations that I know you've had with men and women, because you meet a lot of people. Mm-hmm. What is the stigma or hesitation with men and dating? Also in marriage. Like, what's that like, why? What's the stigma? Like, how do men think about marriage or dating while you're getting your life together? And then what's the hesitation? Because I know you hesitated. I mean, not my sister, because my girl is that girl. But in general.
A lot of men are starting to understand the responsibility that comes.
Right.
Okay, so back in the days, of course, we ain't had social media.
Right.
So men that get in situations not even understanding what it requires.
Okay. As elaborate. Because there's some people who don't even they may not even know what it requires so much that they don't know it's required. And I know that because I've experienced those things.
So it's like back in the days when we dated because of course we liked a girl, we wanted, like we wasn't required to do much because it was like we young, we just want to vibe with each other.
Right.
That whole vibe, whatever that entails.
Right.
Now we're in a space where we understand now that dating comes with a responsibility.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, you gotta take care of her, you gotta make sure she's straight, you gotta make sure your finances in order if you want to date, you gotta make sure all these different, like, it's so much to date now, you feel me? So it's just
why isn't it a requirement for dating, like how you're gonna treat her, how you're gonna prioritize her? Like, why isn't that a requirement that men think is not necessary? Because when you get to dating guys, they be, oh, they gotta get their money right, they gotta do this, gotta do that. And while that is something that,
you know what?
You know what I'm saying? That's very important.
It's social media. Social media tells us as men to get your money up. You ain't nothing if you have no money. So men have this thing now where we don't feel valued unless we have money.
That's crazy.
It's crazy, but this is what's being pushed. Not only by men, not only by women, but by men too. They pushing us to say, if you ain't got no money, you better get your money. If you ain't got this, you ain't got that, you ain't this, you ain't that. You ain't important. You ain't this. And every man want to feel important. Every man want to feel superior because that's in our nature.
Mm-hmm.
It's in our nature to be bosses. It's in our nature to be, you know what I'm saying? We alpha males. So, well, not everybody. Everybody alpha. But us as alpha males, bro, we conquer. You know what I'm saying? That's just the way we are. And so if we're not conquering, we never going to be who we desire to be.
So do you feel like there's a level you have to be at? Because, some people feel like they got to be 100% made financially before they start dating. Do you feel like it's possible to date while building yourself, or would you recommend getting yourself?
Yeah, depending on the girl you get, because I went where I was supposed to. But you
wasn't just nowhere either.
See, man. See.
So there's levels to it.
So everybody ain't on the level I was on, and it's unfortunate, but how can I put this, dog? There's gonna be winners and there's gonna be losers, no matter what.
Right.
And everybody got in their mind to think that everybody can get rich, everybody can be successful. Everybody can be successful. Well, success is based on what you think success is.
It's subjective.
It's subjective, right? But when we talk about financially stable, financially well off,
right.
Everybody not gonna have that.
Okay.
Because it can't be rich without the poor.
That is true.
It can't.
Because then
somebody has to work at McDonald's.
Right.
In order for McDonald's to be a corporation, in order for the CEOs to be
right.
So somebody got to do something. You know what I'm saying? So it's like everybody not gonna be in this certain level, but everybody has a right to love.
Okay.
Yes. You know what I'm saying? Yes. Everybody have a right to love. But now, sad to say, I hate to put it on the women, but women has upped their standards so much
to
where men kind of like they lack. They don't have these things that you want. They can't do these things that you see on social media a lot of times.
But I feel like because there's so much of a social media mindset that people assume that women have, the women who don't have that mindset,
it's harder for them.
It's harder for us.
100%.
Because where for us it's like, obviously have a job, have somewhere where you can drive, have a car you can get around. If you do or don't have your own place, somewhere you can lay your head down, because that sometimes they talk, you might be in between, you might be safe, whatever the case may be. Sometimes for us, all that's important, the effort is really what counts. I see you if it's not 100% together, I know where your mind at. I see you working, I see you doing this, I see you doing that. But then the biggest part to us is, how do you treat me? What's your intention with how we date? Like, because yes, we want dates, but that don't mean we want dates for yours that spend money. We could just ride to a park, go get our own stuff. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't mean that the date has to be $1,000, $200, $300. That's just the stigma that social media put on men that they say that women have, right? So it's like when we come into a space, genuinely being ourselves, the vibe straight, you ain't putting no expectation on the man. The man's still gonna find a way. Well, I can't date you because I can't do this and this. But I never asked for it.
It's not about you though.
So that's what it is.
It's not about
so they don't feel comfortable dating in that space. Is that what it is?
Not at all. Hey, I went dating. You think I was dating when I was listen.
It was what?
I was struggling. When I came down in Atlanta, I had $300. I had my truck and I had my music. Do music.
You what?
What you mean? What you mean? I thought you knew this.
No.
I went to Atlanta Institute of Music.
I didn't know you were.
Come on, man. You know I was playing.
But I know you're very musically inclined. Right. I didn't know you aspired to actually.
Yeah, that's why I came to Atlanta. That's one of the reasons I came to Atlanta. I was going to a school, man, and it didn't work out.
I almost asked a really dumb question just because me listening to that. He said you went to Atlanta Institute of Music. I said, what? Listeners ready to slow it down. I was so thrown off by the fact that you said you came out here for music. I was like,
yeah, man.
Ooh, that's crazy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, right.
Okay. No. Okay. My bad. Okay, so when you feel like, so what is, because we're not keeping on the girls, so what do you feel like you can advise men in a space where they feel like they're not ready for love, but the same way women can block their blessings? How do you feel like men are either comparing themselves to what they feel like they should be on social media, can block their blessings, or where they feel like they are not even giving themselves enough credit, can block their blessings?
Man, listen, I tell men all the time, man, don't follow up these fools on this social media, dog.
Man, because they be capped anyway.
Big cap, you know what I'm saying? You better find you somebody solid that rock with you even when you down. I tell people it's best to find your wife and your woman when you ain't got shit.
Right.
Because I promise you, that same person, but see, that same person gonna be there for you through every situation, bro. And life is real. You know what I'm saying? This ain't no game. You know, people be thinking that you gotta live this. The quick, anything can happen, bro.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Quick little run. I almost died the other day. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We ain't gonna laugh, but you know, I almost died the other day. You know what I'm saying? In the car accident. Like, that's how fast life hits.
Random.
So you can have all these plans on this, and end up paralyzed just like that.
Not even knowing. But it was more important the fact that you had somebody.
I had a solid wife and
stopped everything she was doing
and held me down no matter what situation. And I count many times she done held me down. Cause y'all know y'all gonna get that call, nigga. Like, hey, I gotta go get Roberto from woo woo.
Get somebody figure something out.
Exactly.
I be like,
yeah. So, you know, niggas gotta understand the value of a real woman, man, and stop being so superficial. You know what I'm saying? And getting into this.
So you still think it's extremely very valuable to have a good one.
Yeah. I mean, these niggas now, some people, I don't know. It's weird for some people. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. I don't know, bro. All I know is get you a solid one.
Right.
That's gonna hold you down, bro.
Yeah.
And ride that out.
Because it's safe to say
ride that out. Find discipline in your life.
Right.
That's first and foremost. Get you some discipline, bro. Go to the gym, work out, stay consistent. Find that discipline within yourself
first.
And when you find that discipline, make sure you have sexual discipline too. Because a lot of times these cats be so caught up in you can't function because you're Johnson talking for you and moving for you and making your decisions for you.
Man. Relax.
Like, calm down, dog.
Relax.
You need to be focused on building your empire and building your legacy. You can't build your legacy chasing women.
Right.
You get you a solid woman and you build with that woman.
Right.
Build your family. You know what I'm saying? And see, me, I'm in a place now where it's not just me. I have my girls watching me.
Yeah.
I gotta be an example for them because I care about how they grow up and what they become when they get older. I know a lot of y'all parents don't care about your kids. I know y'all don't care about your kids, but you better care about them because you're gonna be mad when your girl on the pole, you know what I'm saying, and doing OnlyFans because nigga you ain't there. Y'all swear now you care about your kids, but you're only getting them when you want, when you can, and you ain't making the initiative to do all this. Man, bro, I don't want to hear none of that. Ain't no excuse, no nigga. I don't want to hear about no I'm too busy. I ain't got time. Oh, she keeping the baby away from me, bro. You can go to the court systems, but you got plenty of options to put yourself in a position to have your children. If you ain't living for your kids,
and don't have kids if you cannot. Do not, and this is no disrespect to anybody in a tough time, but sometimes people are having children when you know you cannot be the best parent you can be to them.
I mean, what's considered the best parent though?
Actually, for example, and this isn't to people who have a bunch and are struggling. Mm-hmm. If you know you have 1 or 2 and it's tough, why would you keep opening your legs to have 3 and 4?
All right, I'm peak game on him. I'm go ahead and let you know right now. Money ain't got nothing to do with having kids.
Yeah, it's not even that. It's about being.
Check this out. It's about being responsible, right?
Right, being a responsible adult.
Check this out. Did your parents afford 9 kids?
Obviously. Mm-hmm. I mean, we
listen. Check this out. God, when you put God first,
what he gonna
always make a way for you.
Which is true. So
this is what I'm saying. I understand what you're saying about not having kids and being responsible. I get it.
Right.
But the most important thing is how you take care, how you treat them.
But that's what I'm saying. That's also very important. So yeah, I'm not just hitting on financial. It's the fact that you're not spending time with the kids. They're not really able to. You're not able to really care for them and pour into them because you might be so busy working this, and this to try and keep this on the table or trying to make this man happy or this woman happy that you're not even really fully. Because the amount of kids that I meet who, my parents ain't never home. My mama ain't never home. I don't ever this. Or because they don't get any type of help on schoolwork. Because I'm like, who did your parents help me? My mama said she didn't have time to help me with my homework. Stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And then you get on social media and see them doing this or doing that or complaining about this or complaining about that. Well, you put yourself in the position, if you knew that having sex, you could potentially get pregnant, maybe some steps need to change. So
decision making is always a major part.
Absolutely.
Because at the end of the day, man, y'all can see y'all you ain't gotta have that baby.
And I
ain't saying having no abortion.
Right, we're not saying that.
What I'm saying is don't be having unprotected sex.
Don't have unprotected sex because you are putting yourself in a position to potentially be an unfit parent.
Yeah.
And it's not that your heart wants to be that way, but you got so much other things going on. And I'm not a parent, so I know I can only say but so much, but I see a lot. And I see y'all, and y'all ain't struggling, but y'all have 1 or 2 and be like, now hold on. Wait a minute. Like you know.
Especially when you got dreams and ambitions.
You know what you allow yourself to do. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And you also know who you laying down with. So then you complain about the person that you have children with and how they are and what they lack and what they don't have. But you knew what they was doing and what they had when you got under them sheets.
To a certain extent.
You didn't know. You might not know everything, but you.
To a certain extent.
People don't be slow now.
People don't be slow, but people change.
People definitely do change.
People change. And I know a lot of women.
Even more important, why you got to be very careful. One, obviously in the stage I'm in, you might as well get married before you start trying to have anybody's kids. And if somebody ain't, and if you having conversations and they not ready to marry you, but they ready to pop a kid in you, that's already a red flag within itself. You feel what I'm saying? Or that's a whole other problem.
That's tough though.
I promise you, if somebody tell me he ready to have a child but he ready to get married, I mean it's not.
No, I'm not saying that. You right about that. I think it's just tough when you find that person that comes in your life and commits to you and give you this idea of what life could be.
Mm-hmm.
Then
you want to expand on it.
You end up having kids just by trusting a person, because a lot of times women trust men.
Absolutely.
At a certain extent. And
right.
I mean, I get it. You know, you want to push the marriage thing, and I get that 100%. But a lot of times, marriage don't be pushed as much because, you know, everybody living in a worldly life.
But that's the problem.
It is a problem, but it's reality.
It's the facts of the matter, but that doesn't mean reality. The reality ain't wrong.
Right, you're right. I ain't say it's wrong.
It's definitely reality.
But it's reality. So when people, So when people in these committed relationships, you got this man that's telling them and feeding them. You know, women attach very easily.
Absolutely.
And when a woman is attached to a man, a woman is attached to a man.
Absolutely.
She's with that man.
Absolutely.
Whatever this man says, that's what she's gonna believe because she's in love. You know what I'm saying?
For the most part, right.
For the most part, right? And so when you vibe with a person, you like this person, and everything is smooth and everything going well, and there's no red flags, da 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 da.
Mm-hmm.
And then you end up getting pregnant, and the man changed the whole way of thinking or moving. It's unfortunate, but it happens. Or you find out he cheating on you after you done had a baby by him. And I'm not saying that you don't have a choice, but this peak game.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all having sex? Know the chances.
Yeah.
9 times 10.
Exactly.
Women,
so at the end of the day, you are still very much so responsible.
You definitely responsible. I ain't saying you're not responsible. What I'm saying is this is an unfortunate situation because it always happens. You know what I'm saying?
That's why.
Because I'll be real with you. If I wasn't no good, and me and my wife, and I ain't decided to marry her, and she got pregnant, she would have been in a messed up situation.
Right.
Because I gave her that commitment vibe, that energy.
Right.
We was in love. We was there.
But you could have switched up once
I could have switched up so the thing get hard and rough or stuff, start getting a little tough. Because a lot of times, a lot of cats be with women and everything good at first. And then you say you have that baby. And then them responsibilities start kicking in. And that pressure start kicking in. Now you want to fold your nuts up.
Yeah, no, that's crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's why
and see, now the woman don't believe everything that you said. And this happens in marriages too.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
But at least in that, you did it in an order. And again, nothing against people who
in an order that God can bless.
Right. Not that if you've had children before being married, I'm not here to judge. That's none of my business. But what I'm saying is, if you aren't married to that person, and y'all have done things in an order, God blesses things when they are done in an order. Not that He won't bless you outside, but you're setting yourself up for something that's honorable to Him, right?
Yeah, and you won't be the man won't be so quick to leave.
And he won't be so quick to leave because now we tied.
Yeah, you won't be so
married.
quick to leave.
And at that point, when you're married, and not that all marriages clearly are not successful, but you know that at this point, we are both in it right now. Because we both committed, we both signed a piece of paper that bound us together. So at that point, you're going to think a little harder before doing something stupid. You're going to think a little harder before just throwing me to the side like I'm nothing. Because if you just dating me, if I'm just baby mama, if I'm just the girlfriend, at the end of the day, you know how y'all be? Not y'all. You did something different. But me and some men be, it's just like, man, I ain't dealing with that. I'm just, man, I ain't gonna, man, we done. I'm done with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you married, okay, we're gonna have that lawyer. Like, you gonna think a little harder.
You gonna think a little harder if a man respect marriage, he will.
And that's why it's very important. I'm in this space, and not that I always was in this space, but I'm glad God dealt with me enough that I'm not even gonna get in the space of getting in the sheets with no man. One, I'm in a stage of celibacy, but I'm not even gonna get in the sheets with a man or even waste too much time with a man if we're not even on the same space spiritually.
Yeah.
Because if a man is a man of God, you're gonna have to see marriage as a thing of honor and respect.
Now,
you're gonna have to.
Now, let me say this. Just because a man say he a man of God,
no, you have to show me.
And he believe in God. I want y'all women to understand it.
They still be cheating too.
Just because he say he is, just because he say all this, don't mean nothing. Gotta pay attention to a man's action.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, man, like I say, it's tough for women because it's always a gamble. It's a gamble for men too, though. But it's more of a gamble for women because women want commitment. Like they honor commitment.
On top of the fact that we kind of have to wait on the man's move for it, because like we're not. If it's on us, you never want a man to feel pressure into anything first and foremost, right? For a relationship, the man has to make the move to be like, hey, let's be exclusive. Because a woman it's kind of like that saying. I just said this. I'm gonna let you do what you want to do, so I can see what you'd rather do, right? Same thing with marriage. We dating. I could have been ready to marry you a year ago. But I'm not going to be like, hey, let's get married. Like, obviously, we have a conversation, but I'm not going to pressure you, hey, when we going to get married? Just because that alone might make a man draw back. Because it's like, dang, let me, you feel me? Now, I do have my own time frame in which I would want it to happen after being engaged to somebody or dating somebody. But then at that point, being engaged to a man, it's still up to him. Being married to the man, it's still up to him. You see what I'm saying? So we can be all giddy in it, committed all we want to, and we can want it as much as we want to. We still can't bust a move without the man. That's why it's also important what man you do it, because you gotta trust him to know when it's the best decisions to make, when it's time to make those best decisions, and that he's gonna be the head. Ladies, it's okay to let your man be the head. Just throw that out there. It is okay. That's why it's important who you with, because if you can't trust him enough to lead your family, you are there to give advice, and sometimes you are probably gonna make the decisions. It is gonna be good for you to have value. You need value. Don't come to the table. Don't say I'm bringing something to the table. No, you have his table and you got your table. Y'all can make a big table. So you still gotta have something to present, but let the man be the man. Let him be the man. Let him be the head of the house. Let him lead y'all family. Now it's different if your man leading you down the wrong path. That's kind of should have prayed about beforehand to see before. Pray for discernment. Okay? But that's just anyhow. One last question that really wraps this title together, Adjust and Arise. How did you adjust to your challenges and arise to overcome?
How to adjust to my challenges and arise
To overcome. I got my way.
I adapt. First of all, I put God first and foremost.
Okay.
I think my faith is real strong.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, dang, you gotta answer the question.
How did you? Okay, so last question, and we'll wrap it up because my timing.
Right.
How did you adjust to your challenges and arise to overcome it?
So basically, I mean, I put God first.
Right.
That's first and foremost. I just put God first, man, and I trust that He won't put nothing on me that I can't bear.
Mm-hmm.
And I done been through so much. It's like I can take the punches and keep moving.
Right.
Keep being focused. Keep, focus on the main goal at hand.
Mm-hmm.
I know that I got people that depend on me, and can't be weak. Can't be weak. Period. You can't be weak, man. This ain't no. Life is real, and I done seen enough of it to know how real it is. And weak people don't last.
So you gotta be strong mentally.
You gotta be strong mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually, all that. You gotta make sure that you're working on that daily. That's why I do my work on that daily. That's why I read. That's why I pray. That's why I work out. I train my body. That's why I hustle. I do everything and try to do everything I can to grow in all those aspects every single day.
Period. And that's how you close out a show on More Than Life Podcast. My boy dropped some gems today. Let the people know where they can follow you real quick.
Hey, man, follow me on Top of the Crown on every platform. YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, everything, basically. Facebook, all that.
And tell your husband, sons of that, they come get a cut by my boy. If not, you got hairline probably crooked.
Yeah, you know that.
Yeah, thanks for tuning in with Anna D and Top of the Crown, Roberto on More Than Life Podcast. And we check it out.
Yeah.
You gonna do it with me?
No.